Stepping out of the shadow of its ubiquitous big brother, the Shure MV7X has made a name for itself in a short time. While not as widely known as the iconic SM7B, the MV7X is quickly becoming a staple in the podcasting space. The original King B is arguably the most flamboyant microphone in the history of microphones. Now, with a sleek new design, the neat King B2 has exploded onto the scene. This beautiful microphone has found a home in a wide range of hobby and professional studios. Hank here for Free Podcast Tools, and today I'm not doing a review, but more so a comparison between two microphones I really enjoy, the Shure MV7X and the neat King B2. Right now I'm on the Shure MV7X. I'm going to switch to the King B2. Now I'm on the neat King B2. How do you think it sounds in comparison to the Shure MV7X? Price-wise, the Shure MV7X is $179, and the neat King B2 regularly retails for $169.99. However, you can often find the neat King B2 on sale for $119.99, which is a steal in my opinion. Back on the Shure MV7X, build quality-wise, I think both these mics are beautiful microphones. I would give the edge to the neat King B2. That's just a personal preference. One thing I would say to look out for on the Shure MV7X would be the plosives with this original grill on it. I made a modification video a while back showing how you could put a bigger windscreen on this mic, and then I've noticed that a lot of people have been putting the Shure SM7B, the standard windscreen, on this microphone, kind of give the capsule some distance from the voice and the wind bursts that are coming out, and that helps for a lot of people. But I don't like the look of it when they do that, when they have the extended windscreen on. Just to me, it doesn't look that good, but it is a solution nonetheless. And then the neat King B2, which I switched to right now, comes with this really cool pop filter on it that they call the honeycomb. It's a bee thing. I guess you had to be there. So I would say price and build quality, both are pretty much a wash, unless you're catching the neat King B2 on sale, of course. What I often want to know about microphones is what kind of external sounds are they going to pick up. So I am going to start typing. I'm on the neat King B2 right now. Away we go. Now, before somebody says I'm not being fair, I'm going to shimmy over the Shure MV7 right into that exact spot that the King B2 was occupying. Now the MV7X is in that exact spot that the King B2 was occupying, and here we go. Still on the Shure MV7X, that was for typing. Now I'm just going to be silent. There's no processing turned on the Rodecaster Pro 2, no gating or anything like that. I'll just be silent at normal volume, and you can hear what you pick up in the room and maybe at the neighbor's house. Now I've switched back to the neat King B2. Same thing. Rodecaster Pro 2 has no processing on and no gating on whatsoever. And I'm just going to leave it at normal volume, and I'll just be quiet for a few seconds. Back on the Shure MV7X, one thing I notice is when it comes to condenser microphones, if you drop something or do anything, it sharply picks up the sound more so than the dynamic counterparts. So I'm going to drop this pin. Then I'll shift over to the King B2, and I'll do the same drop pin test. I'll drop it from desk level height. Now on the King B2, same test. I shifted it over to where the MV7X was at. Same test. Back on the Shure MV7X, I'm going to switch from my in-ear monitors to my headphones and kind of go back and forth. So right now I'm on the Shure MV7X, and here's how it sounds. Now I've switched over to the Neat King B2, and here's how it sounds. I honestly like the way both of them sound. If I had to pick a winner, I honestly think I would go with the King B2. But going back and forth, I don't think there's a loser in the bunch. I love both of these microphones. I'm keeping both of these microphones. But I think if I had to pick one, I think I would pick the King B2. I'm on the Shure MV7X right now. Now I'm back on the Neat King B2. I really like that sound. It's just got just with no extra processing on and such, it has such a crisp sound that I really like. I can never put my finger on it. It's just something special about the King B2's audio quality. Back on the MV7X, the MV7X is definitely not a slouch either at all. A couple of things I would like to point out. I think if I were just doing podcasting and I was in a situation in which the room wasn't treated at all, nothing to kind of dampen reverb and echo in the room and such, I think I would stick with the MV7X. But even if my room was moderately treated, I think I would go with the Neat King B2, and especially if I were going to need to do multi-purpose recording. So I was going to need to record instruments and stuff like that. I think you could get more flexibility out of the King B2 because the frequency response on the King B2 opens that microphone up, in my opinion, to being able to capture a wide array of sounds. So I think I would lean more towards the King B2 for multi-purpose. But what do you say in the comments? Like, I can hear the computer fan through both of them in these headphones, but I think I can hear it more so with the King B2. Keep that in mind if you do get a condenser microphone. It's just sometimes what I've noticed is just like, even though I have it back to the computer, it seems like it just picks up more. I'm on the MV7X right now. And now I'm on the King B2, and it does sound like I can hear the computer fans bouncing off the underside of my desk more than I can on the MV7X. So back on the MV7X. So keep that in mind. If I were in a room that were kind of noisy or in a noisier environment, I think the rejection on the MV7X would lend itself to that environment. Are you team MV7X or are you team Neat King B2? Let me know down in the comments. I think both are great mics, and I'm keeping both of the microphones, just like the Zoom ZDM1 and the Neat Worker B2. When I compared those microphones, there's not a loser in the bunch, so I kept all of them because they're just great microphones in my opinion. Back on the Neat King B2 to close this video out. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to chime in the comments down below. Let me know what you think, which one you would go with. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. Thank you for watching.